It's like the center mid for a soccer team. He runs around making plays.
I like the bar a lot with the Fire Ellie, but I know we didn't see that in the last match, but I feel like those two guys have some good synergy. We should be seeing the semifinal matches up pretty shortly. As usual, we'll be doing both semifinals matches and then the finals. As we always like to see those matches. Just to count down who all has made it this far. In the semis, we have over 9,000 What against Virtual Relationships Elove. And then we have Adele versus Too Tired to Play Yawn. Some pretty standard 3 European, 1 American team. No real big surprises. Coming up to Isle Jade, it looks like both matches are finished already, so we'll hopefully they'll be coming up, and obviously always see. Jade is one of my personal favorite maps. I've always liked that the movement plays, like going back and forth in areas, results in coral damage. And since teams hit coral damage and stuff, you see a lot more kills and pressure just going around. And stuff. What do you think about the map, No Monk?
I think, I don't know, probably the most interesting match that I've seen on Jade was probably the match where you guys won Gold Trim, where Cannon as the assassin just stayed back in base and ganked the bodyguard at around 2 minutes.
Match is up.
That was definitely a good match. June 2010 finals, if anybody wants to see that. The delay tactic can work. But, as we heard, semifinal matches are up. So we have over 9,000 in virtual relationships. In one match, Too Tired to Play Yawn and a German name that I'm not going to pronounce. And the other one, which one do you want to see first, No Monk?
Let's watch What in Elo first. It's the first match.
So I'll join over 9,000 versus virtual relationships. In 3, 2, 1. Already at 30 seconds in.
We see What splitting on Jade. Oh, they actually pushed all 8 people out the portal at the start of the game and rushed Elove's base.
Did they get the Knights for it? Both of them?
Yeah, it looks like they got both Knights.
Successful play for sure. Looks like they're running the same thing we saw them run on Imperial Isle, and they're playing up against what we saw in the... I think we watched
They
Elove
took
run
no
this.
deaths for it too. It was very well executed.
Logic overloads just barely got away there.
Both Knights down under a minute.
Gotta say that's an early huge advantage for over 9,000. Probably gonna see Steve-O here, the warrior, run a flag. He's just gonna battle. Virtual Relationships is running that kind of pressure build again with the water, the Paragon, the Ranger, and 2 Dervish. Canadian Skittles, they're getting caught up top. You'd really rather probably see them down in the Porter area, but the Elove's got pretty good map control, even though they took a good shot to start this match.
Yeah, there was no monks up top. He should have been more careful.
Actually, Elove has just got dominating map position right now. Even though this Dervish here took a really bad death after time up top, right as I say they have great map position. They take a death. Well, casual.
Oh, I see one of them resign. You gotta keep your hopes up. Can't be resigning 2 minutes in.
I mean, they're frontline partners. You can't give up on your frontline partner that fast, man.
That's right.
I mean, looks like they're gonna even just boost it off too. If they can get like 1 or 2 snares on this warrior.
Oh, Steve-O's getting that SOD on him. Still seeing SOD out of Divine Knight.
As it doesn't work against water relics though. So they're gonna boost.
But if they're gonna keep pushing the flag like this even after boosting, it's gonna open up a split here. You see Skittles already going through, trying to make a play. Gets a top archer.
The Ritualist goes down as well. Looks by like a fire.
It's like Skittles going after Evan Loves himself, who pops his lightning reflexes. Skittles is probably going to wait that out and then try to kill him. Or the Fire is going to show up and really pound this Ranger for being kind of out of position there.
Oh,
Good interrupt.
The Rit dropped the pop for him. It saved his life.
And do have a nice collapse if they can get a snare up. Skittles a snare. Looks like he might be taking it.
Skittles is super dead. Super Cryptor now.
And now Brock,
tremendously
inept, returns into...
Oh wow. Good escape though.
That is a brave play. And we see Elov here, exactly what I said, when you're doing chases and stuff, you take a lot of pressure from that coral, so they're kind of low here. If Skittles was alive, he could turn and jump somebody and probably assassinate them. He would be a ninja, XD.
That collapse was really nice, but they've been caught a number of times out of position. I mean, there again, like, their healing just isn't in the right spot. And if that keeps happening throughout the match, I mean, that's what's going to win what the...
We see Elov under a lot of pressure, just running through that coral.
And their flagger's having to run a flag, and he's already low, and in the coral, he's... Oh, big monk safe here. They're not in the best of positions right now. If what could get some guys out, this is a great time for them to split, because there's absolutely no way Elov can follow through the coral at this low. And we see Cryptor just going for it right now. He's got a huge break. He's probably going to be able to get some stuff.
It's a very late response by Elov. Cryptor might be getting an archer.
It's only a Dervish who's low. He could just turn on this Dervish and kill him too.
Churn Meteor. Go.
Looks like he
There's
is.
the Meteor. We can see the Rod
And there's the...
There it is.
There you go.
Well
Nice
done there
play
by
by Cryptor.
Cryptor.
It's gonna get
And
flashed,
that's what Meteor's
but...
on that bar for. Meteor gives you those kills. Probably one of my favorite skills in the game.
And he just turns and kills the alley who flashed the Dervish.
Wow.
Oh my... Just really not good responding by Elov at this.
Cryptor just making big plays all over the place right now. That's what we like to see.
Taking an archer too.
Good interrupt on the troll. That's what
go.
you practice, going up against NPCs. Make sure you're able to always meteor that troll.
Takes diligence.
Dervish coming back for some more. He does have a rip coming somewhat behind him.
We might. See if he takes a death here or not.
He's gonna have to run through those that coral. Is not gonna be good.
He can turn and kill the Dervish if the Dervish follows him through coral, though. With a good meteor.
Looks like he's.
Oh, here comes the meteor. Oh, you can't run from. Oh, he got out of the meteor.
Oh.
I was gonna say you can't run from meteor unless you have your speed buff up, and he did.
At the same time, there's a Mesmer working on the front, and everyone's starting to push.
What is just dominating this match?
Yeah, good comeback there. They lost a little map control, but got it right back with some good kills on front line. Cryptor, though, just too much damage on him. He just got caught in a rough spot there. He did what he could. Would like to see him go through the porter, but just with the way his team is positioned, I don't think he was going to be able to get out of that.
At least he died on his shield set.
It's just one of those things, like, you run a split build and you're that aggressive, you're going to take deaths, but especially when you do as much work as he did, like, it's worth. I mean, they might even boost. It's going to be close. With blue flag just about to come in.
Who's got the flag enough for blue?
The water alley.
I want to see him do less casting and just run the flag in.
For sure. He I don't know who he was snaring right there, but it was not helping.
He was casting on a spike and.
Seeing a good triple body block here. I mean, they know it's gonna hurt with that derv, but it was completely worth it. I mean, you can body block against the dervish for a few seconds at a time. So they get the boost, regain flag control as they immediately overcap with Steve-O. As long as What continues to play smart with their splits, they should continue to ride this advantage.
I mean, What's really just not even letting... I mean, last time we saw kind of the spikes from Elov do a lot of work against FA, but What's not even letting them have an opportunity to get everybody together to spike. They're just running them around. So see the last front archer going down by Crypt.
Complete map control right now for what? They always have the option when they're way up on flags like this to move all their team to the bottom and force virtual ships to start going through coral again, and then kind of jump on a flagger who like overextends to try to cap a flag. There's just a lot of options open right now for over 9,000.
We see
gotta keep moving
Elov's
around
Rit
now.
running in the flag, and Cryptor's pushing the base. We'll see what Elov does in response. Wondering what his KDR is right now.
He's going up against Evan in a one-on-one right now. Evan's got leech again and all those interrupts. It's going to be hard for Cryptor to kill him one-on-one. However, there's no healing on that bar, so he's slowly just going to get kind of immolated out.
Oh, he hits the meteor.
Oh, big
It's a
meteor.
Rod
Going
Gortz
for the
here.
kill.
Uh-oh.
Oh, if that was a Rod Gortz instead of a immolate,
Yeah.
I would've done that. Now Cryptor, though,
They
big break here. Evan is going to have to go through Coral, but I don't know if Cryptor's going to be able to turn on him.
They keep
Meanwhile,
making the
at the
mistake
flag
of
stand-
sending damage. Sorry.
I was just going to say, meanwhile, at the flag stand, Boombox takes another death, just pushing too far forward. I don't think Snizzle is very happy with his frontline partner here, taking these deaths out of position.
You saying that Snizzles was justified in resigning? Oh, I like.
I mean, they had to know over 9,000 is pretty much going to kind of do this type of thing, like skirmish you. I'm not sure about this Paragon selection. I don't think that character's doing the amount of work they needed to do.
Yeah, I mean, I
Almost
can
just
see
relegate
them.
him to flag running. Right?
I can see them going in, especially having played like the Euro ATs, thinking, okay, it's Jade. I mean, we talked about hexes are popular on Jade. I mean, a lot of Dervish stuff. Maybe they figured that what would just run like an 8v build instead. But I mean, in that case, the Paragon would be fine. But obviously, they didn't look and see, hey, what runs this build pretty much every time, and that Jade wasn't going to deter them from that.
Skittles here is going to be able to kill Boombox Super Sport. He's dead out of position again. This guy is not having a pro game right now.
What's his DP? Like, he's got to be wishing for some more morale right now.
The Ritualist right now in a huge amount of trouble. Skittles all over him. He's
Wow.
getting lone wolfed right now. You see that flux coming into play. He took a lot of damage from Skittles. We see the bodyguard drop here, this inner archer. Just a complete break right now for Elov. You see them all just, this is just a everybody back to the base type of moment.
Panic.
Yeah. It's a whole minute without the Rit up.
Skittles jumping on JoJo, who, wow, that was unfortunate for Skittles there. He did his Wasteless Collapse right as JoJo was doing shielding hands, so within that quarter of a second. There is the Wasteless Collapse. What's not a pressure build, but they can power down two monks like this. We see Snizzle
The
taking
monks
a lot
are
of damage.
separated. They could lord it right now if the monks drop.
Both monks are
Yeah,
going to drop on both sides of the map.
Yeah.
JoJo's hanging in there. He's got Spirit Bond and his balance stance is up.
It'll be close.
They'll probably make it to the res, but once they res, what happens?
Well,
They're
you can
still
reach
in a
the load
terrible
from the
position.
bottom corner of the.
Looks like they're holding this
so-
Paragon for after time. Good body block here. They need to get more damage on him though. There it is. Good, well done.
There we go. No, it just doesn't look like Ela was prepared for this type of play, especially on this. Like, they're just not handling it well at all.
I think just tactically they weren't prepared.
Oh, Boombox. I was gonna say,
Good
over
spike for
9,000, really,
Steve-O.
all they can do